to another episode of Roaming Queen, and this is basically a continuation part with the heading How Chess Was Started. Yeah, how chess was started, and this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, then the link is in the description. You can go and check it first. Yeah, please check it first, then you will come to know about this situation quite well. Okay, so sorry there might be unwanted noise because it's Diwali today. Yeah, it was yesterday, but still today fireworks are on, so it's Diwali. So please bear with me. And yeah, before starting, I would also like to give a small disclaimer that the actual story, yeah, the actual story, it's not much interesting. Because I didn't find it much interesting, except the ending. The ending was really nice. So what I've done is I've kept the ending exact, and the opening, yeah, the starting, I have done a little bit. I have modified it to make it more interesting. Now let's start today's video. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here of the previous part. So in the previous part, what we saw was that Shyam Chatur is out for Merinagar. He has reached there, and when he reached there, he saw all the great scholars along with him, and he was afraid that will he be able to fight against those. And then the words of this king came to his mind: win it or leave it. And he calmed down, and now he was ready to face the ultimate battle. Okay, so in the meantime, what happened was it was completely dark, and he reached the gate of the royal court, and there was a guard who was present there. So he introduced himself. Hello, I am Shyam Chatur. I am here to represent my kingdom, Garibinagar, in the contest which is going to be held here. The guard took Shyam Chatur inside a very luxurious room, and there were also other scholars other than Shyam. There were also many great scholars. Okay, it was night, and next day morning the schedule was out, and the schedule was for who will meet the king and on which day, and accordingly all has to follow it. So according to the schedule, our boy Shyam Chatur had the third day to meet the king. Okay, so and now came the first day. In the first day, both the questions were answered quite easily by the Navaratnas, and the scholars had to pay a sum of 100 gold coins to the king. Okay, so in the second day, it was really difficult. It was difficult for the Navaratnas to answer the questions asked to them on the second day. But yeah, and when everybody in the court saw that Navaratnas were actually struggling, everyone in the court thought that it's today the deciding day. And here, our Shyam Chatur, he was also tensed, yeah, because he had only one thing in his mind, that I have to beat, or I have to take the revenge from the king and the Navaratnas for his kingdom, for my kingdom. And the Navaratnas were mum on the second day itself. He was like, what will happen now? But however, after a really long thought, one of the Navaratnas stood up and gave the correct answer, and along with Shyam Chatur, the king and the Navaratnas were also relieved on the second day. Now it's the deciding day, yeah. Finally, now it's the third day, and it's the only day when entire Garibi Nagar had the single chance to take revenge from the Amiri Nagar. That day morning, the sun's rays had some extra energy with it. The king of the Garibi Nagar here in his fort, he was also tense that what will happen now. And again here, Shyam Chatur was also nervous. He kept his calm with the single line that his king had told to him: win it or leave it. And okay, so finally, after when Shyam regained his calm, he took a bath. He got ready for the ultimate battle to be held in the Deobar today. Shyamchatur moved out from his luxurious room, and every step he took, his heart was beating really fast, thug, 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 thug. And on the other hand, the king who was in his fort, he was also in a doubt that will Shyam Chatur can do it? Can he do, or will he fail? What will happen if he fails? Will we get another chance to show the Merinagar that we are also equal to them? Anyways, Shyam Chatur reached the fort early on that day and took his seat. And after waiting for nearly half an hour, the king of the Amiri Nagar arrived in his court with all of his Navaratnas. The king entered the hall and everyone in the court stood up. He came with his chest up. His eyes were straight. He also had a turban. As you might see in the films or in some books. He also holds a rose, a beautiful rose in his hand, which added to his beauty. And he was followed by all the 9 Navaratnas behind him. These things seemed very exciting to our boy. The king sat down, and the court had a complete silence. Shyam Chatur was also nervous. It was nearly 5 to 10 minutes that he had his calm that the minister of the court called out aloud, "Shyam Chatur from Garibi Nagar, come in front and ask any 2 questions. If our respected king or our honorable Navaratnas managed to give the correct answer, then you have to submit a sum of 100 gold coins to the kingdom, and if we are unable to give the correct answer, the king will do whatever Shyam Chatur wants him to do." The minister took his seat. Shyam Chatur stood up from his chair, went in front of the king, pretty confident, and said, "Respected Majesty, I am Shyam Chatur. I am here on behalf of my kingdom, that is Garibi Nagar. The 2 questions I want to ask today are as follows." He asked the 2. First was, what is the something, and the second one was, who was the something like this. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you like the second part. This is the second part, and in the third part we will see that were Navaratnas were able to answer Shyam Chatur, or they were not. If they will not be able to give the correct answer, then what will Shyam Chatur ask the king to do? Believe me, guys, The third part is really, really interesting, and it's the third part that will define the heading really, distinctly. It's the third part. So don't miss it. That's it for today. I'll meet you in the next part. That's for today. Bye. And yeah, enjoy Diwali.